Hey everybody, KC here. So from time to time, we have made mention here on Morning Newsbeat about the whole notion of ESG, companies that focus on environmental, social, and governance and integrate those things into their business plans. And yeah, there are folks out there who think this is somehow the worst thing in the world. Companies that do this, or investment funds that do this, should be dissuaded from that practice, maybe incentivized not to do such things. And I've never completely understood that. I think different funds, different businesses have choices, right? They can make decisions about the things that they want to focus on. They can make decisions about their business plans. It's interesting though, the Conference Board just came out with a report in which they talked about the fact that in fact, focusing on ESG, environmental, social, and governance, is actually a better way for companies to move forward if they want to demonstrate some level of social responsibility, and far actually more effective than doing things like writing checks to philanthropy. I mean, that's a good thing for companies to do as well. But they talk about the fact that if you are focused on such things, that there's an advantage over traditional philanthropic donations. For one thing, they generate a financial return for the corporation, and that seeking a financial return brings an extra level of due diligence and rigor to decision-making that can help ensure funds are invested efficiently, which is critical as we face an economic slowdown. Now, the premise from some people, it seems to me, is that if you're focusing on ESG, it must be bad for profits. It just can't possibly be good for profits. And not every company is going to be ESG-centric. I think there are plenty of companies out there who have demonstrated by having an ESG focus. Companies like, for example, Ben & Jerry's, REI, Patagonia. You can make lots of money. Are you making as much money as if you didn't? I think that's a really hard thing to prove, and I ultimately don't think it matters. Here's the deal. Some companies are going to focus on ESG, and they're going to say that's good for their long-term business, both in terms of their business plan, in terms of profits, and also, frankly, in terms of whatever role they want to play in the culture and society. Some companies are going to say, no, that's not what we're going to do. We're going to focus purely on profits. Now, either way, essentially, is okay. If you're a company, you can decide how you want to go forward, and then it's up to other businesses and consumers to decide which companies do they want to do business with. I think it's all fair play, but this notion of companies should not focus on ESG. Some people want to have congressional investigations into companies that focus on ESG. I think that's nonsense. Let companies do what they want, what they think is going to serve their bottom line better. And clearly, there are a lot of companies out there that have decided that a focus on ESG is going to be good for the bottom line. They're just defining the bottom line as being in a lot broader sense than other companies. Anyway, that's what's on my mind this morning. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.